What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Grand Tour game. Today we are moving on to Season 3. Let's see what we've got going on here. Motown Funk. The three lads travel to Detroit, hoping to restore that tarnished shrine to American metal into a petrol-head theme park. They drag race muscle cars in the city street, do seriously loud donuts inside of a theater, and Hammond transforms an abandoned auto plant into a Grand Prix track filled with impossible turns and asbestos waste. So we've got a Dodge Demon, Hennessy Exorcist, RTR Spec 3, and a McLaren 720S Coupe. Let's go ahead and hop into it and see what we got going on. Here we go, boys. Excited to be back. Season 3, we're finally going to be caught up. Season 3 just came out a couple of days ago, and probably going to be some time before we get Season 4. I've always wanted to go to Georgia. I've heard Georgia's super, super beautiful. The Grand Tour, baby. Here we go.
Thank you so much. And yes, we're back. We are. Now, a lot of people have been saying, why has it taken so long? What have you been doing? Well, hopefully, we can answer that with this short montage of what you can expect over the next 13 weeks.
All right, so let's see what we're about to get into, boys. So this is a preview of the next 13 weeks of the actual show, which is going to be cool. I think I might start watching.
Is that barrel gonna...
Fire everywhere.
Fire drones? What?
He's gone! Look, hang on a minute.
The nearest civilization is a town called Moron. In order to reach it, you must build the contents of these boxes. You have enough food for 7 days.
Oh, God!
With this not such a serious situation, it would be a good laugh.
That Urus in the snow, that would be dope.
There must have been 30 or 40 people in the room when the police arrived. Whoa! Done! Jesus Christ, now I'm too close to the edge.
Bro, that is terrifying.
Let's sing a song. No.
I am sitting where Jim Clark sat.
Going in hard and hard. We're fleeing.
Okay, flee.
Well, they'll be using a pistol, won't they?
That looks pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie, dude. All right. I think I'm gonna have to start tuning in so we can understand it
I particularly think
a little
you're
bit
going
better.
to like how it begins, because even over here on this side of the pond, we recognize that Detroit is the spiritual home to anyone whose communion wine is petrol and whose heart beats like a big, lumpy, wet V8. Which is why this week, and it's long overdue, the Grand Tour is off to the Motor City with an idea.
The Dirty D, baby. Is this where they're gonna make that
Of course,
Grand Prix
the
track?
whole world knows that Detroit is now a shadow of its former self. But we also know that efforts are being made to bring life back to the ruins with urban farms. Local people are being encouraged to grow kale and beans and seeds in plots like this where houses and businesses once stood. It breaks your heart. I mean, this is Detroit. It shouldn't be a help yourself pop-up street allotment for organic vegan peace hippies when it could be a pulsating playground for the petrol head.
Here we
It
go.
has the roads. It has the space. It was built by the rumble of a V8 and it should rumble to that sound once more. So that's what we've come here to do. Make some noise.
What? Oh goodness, dude. I've always liked Mustangs. The new GT500's insane. I think we talked about that a little bit in the first episode. All right, so we got the Challenger, the Mustang, and the Camaro here. The trifecta of American sports cars.
These are the toys we'll be using. 3 American muscle cars, all of which have been tuned to a tire-shredding DEFCON 1. I have the Ford Mustang RTR Spec 3. Mr. Slowly has what's called the Exorcist.
All 3 of these are sick, dude.
And it is whining Dodge Challenger Demon. Hammond has an erection.
Oh goodness. Hopefully he doesn't crash this one too. Here we go. We'll be starting off with an even 1 minute 6 is gonna be our goal. Let's see what we can do, boys.
To make this, they took a Hellcat, I drove one before on the show, and just made it more of everything.
We've just got straights all the way through. Straights and 90-degree turns. It's precisely what this vehicle was made for. Whew. We're good. Nice little drift around the corner, not too bad. Dude, I think it'd be cool to like explore old abandoned buildings like this. I think that would be fun.
Oh my God!
We're good. Whew. Dude, these 90-degree corners are not very kind. Come on, baby. Let's get it. Straight to the finish. Got about 10 seconds left. Oh, shoot. We're going to have one more turn. 101. 102. Woo, we got it. I'm trying to get all golds all the way through. And now it's time for the Exorcist. I feel like of the 3 Camaros are probably my least favorite.
Bloody hellfire. This car
Not that
is
I wouldn't
tuned
love
by
this thing.
Hennessy. They've taken a standard Camaro and they've given it 1,000 horsepower.
1,000 horsepower, dude. What the Here we go, boys. Let's get it. Alright, we're gonna give Fizz times 5 to get that goal.
They haven't touched anything else, only the engine. Wheels are standard, brakes are standard, suspension is standard, bodywork is standard. It's all standard except the power.
Really? So they put 1,000 horsepower in this thing and they didn't upgrade the brakes or the suspension or anything? That seems honestly a little bit sketchy. That sounds scary. But I trust Tennessee. I'm sure they know what they're doing. Woo. Yeah, this thing's killing it, dude. I don't know. I've always been a little bit more of a Ford guy. It's just, you know, you get that brand loyalty. No specific reason. My family's always had, like, Explorers. My mom always had Explorers and stuff growing up, so I've just always liked Fords. Obviously, I like my Ford truck and whatever else. Oh, dude, I think we messed that up. We hit that barrel back there. We may have messed it up. We might be okay. We got it! Oh my gosh. I like Chevy, but just a Ford dude, I guess. Let me know what you guys think.
No evil. Because I am the exorcist.
That thing is pretty sick, though, I'm not gonna lie. But now it's time for the Mustang. Roush Racing, baby.
This may look small and delicate compared to the other two, but be in no doubt, it has the muscle car credentials. Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Let's do it. What do we have to do here? Drifting. All about the drift.
The engine in Hammond's car is a push-rod, two-valve iron museum piece. And May's car, yes, it has 1,000 horsepower, but it's running on standard brakes. This is just a little bit cleverer. They haven't just put a supercharger on it and left it at that. They've stiffened up the suspension and lowered it and stiffened the anti-roll bars. So, it could do this.
Not bad so far. I feel like we need to kind of slow it down a little bit because it doesn't count a drift if you get into the what's it called? Wait, where are we going? We're going straight. It doesn't count a drift if you get into the like grass or anything else. You got to stay on the road entirely.
Quite carefully.
Woo. That wasn't bad there. 802. Yeah, see, like it stops once you get in the grass, which is not ideal. We're at 882. Not bad. Oh no! Are we gonna be okay? We're at 1142. Yeah, we're gonna get it. We've got one more turn up here. Holy cow, I thought we were gonna mess it up on that last thing right there. We should have it. 1215. Dude, both of those. Oh, we got 1273 in the end. I was gonna say both of those were pretty close.
This then is the Anthony Joshua of muscle cars. Big and brawny, but it has brains as well. Then there's its name. It's the RTR, which stands for, and I'm not making this up, Ready to Rock.
Really?
Chaps, did you know
That's
mine
kinda
only
lame.
comes with one seat as standard?
Really?
What?
As standard, you get one seat in a Demon. You can opt to have the others put back
For
in,
$1.
and it costs you $1.
I knew
Which
that.
seat do they put in as standard?
I didn't think that was that funny. Alright, here we go. Gonna be moving on to our next challenge.
Over in our motoring theme park to see which of our fairground muscle rides would be the fastest in a street drag race.
Okay, I like this. Dude, that Mustang looks bad.
So what I'm thinking is here, when the lights go green, down what's a quarter of a mile? Just beyond the church.
Yeah, something like that.
Perfect.
What if the police come?
Well, he won't. He's in Beverly Hills. I've seen the movie.
Why can't we just do this on a racetrack or a runway like we usually do?
Because we're here to prove that this is a racetrack.
Detroit is empty now and should just be used for this sort of thing.
Yes, but it isn't a real race. It is an actual race.
No, it is.
is.
This is where the muscle car was born.
I can't do it.
Why can't you do it?
Because Dodge only lent me that car if I promised not to do any drag racing on the road with it.
What?
But it is.
That's what it's for.
I know.
It's literally what it's for.
Yes, I know, but that's the way it is. I'm sorry.
Do you think it's an insurance?
It is. It's because it's
No,
him. It's because
not.
You don't want it on the roof.
Who's driving it? Richard Hammond.
You
Right,
can't drive it.
It's just what they said, and I'm really sorry, so we can't do it. I'm sorry.
We can.
Well, you're not going to do it without that.
Let me think. Yeah, we are. Just
Really
right the
gonna-
way. Right the way.
One for all and all for yourselves. That's how
Yep.
it goes, isn't it?
Alright, so we got the RTR versus the
Aircon is off.
Told you I would do a 10-second car.
Three, two, one. I don't want to sound...
Woo! Perfect start. We haven't missed one of those yet.
It's so complicated. There's a YouTube video about it, and I have watched it, but I've forgotten.
The Exorcist absolutely demolished there.
Waved the white flag. And then we took a closer look at the savage beating heart of the Exorcist. And that's a standard Corvette engine, basically.
Z06, yep.
With a supercharger plonked on the top. That's there, yes?
Yes,
Yeah.
2.9 litre supercharger.
So the bit they've bolted to your engine is bigger than most European engines.
Yes.
So's the one on mine. It's 2.7 litres.
Yeah, not as big. The point is, Simon, this is the Exorcist. The job of the Exorcist is to vanquish the demon.
It's like, you remember in the 60s, I think Di Tommaso made a car called the Mangusta, which is Italian for mongoose.
Yes, and a mongoose can kill a cobra, can't it?
That's why they did it.
But this hasn't vanquished the demon. It hasn't beaten it.
Tell you what, why don't you find a racetrack or a runway somewhere, okay? I'll gracefully bow out, and we can have a race between good and evil.
I'm rooting for the demon here. Those demons are crazy,
First,
bro.
though, we decided to find out which of our cars makes the loudest noise. There were, of course, many possible locations for this important test. But eventually, we found one that was absolutely ideal.
That's so creepy.
Since the
I would love to go
feared
exploring
the
in
noise
that,
from
though.
our engines would bring down the crumbling roof, we were given protective clothing.
I'm going to put this on because there may be dust. There will be dust.
Traction off. I'll just make wheel spin. Wheel spin, that just makes a huge amount of noise. Are you ready?
Yes.
Go.
Here we go. Does running into stuff help? You want me to just hold this here, or what do you want me to do? Dude, this is kind of a cool angle. Oh my gosh. Gonna bring it out wide again. We went wide to small, and then we're gonna go back to small. Dude, this would be so much fun. So much fun.
God, that's pretty horrible.
How loud?
Well, at its peak,
Yep.
125.2. Oh, wait a minute. You don't know. You're the first to go.
125?
Yes.
The Who, widely regarded to be the loudest rock band of all time.
Yes.
126 decibels. Deep Purple, a mere 117 decibels. That car is louder than Deep Purple.
But probably a lot quieter than my demon.
Here we go.
Any minute now, paramedic will be cutting his trousers off.
You should have taken them off before he got in.
I don't know why he wears trousers.
Here we go. Ready? In 3, 2.
Poor guy's never gonna live that down.
Oh, wait a minute. It hasn't done it.
You need that red key?
Easy mistake. We've all done it. Forgotten the key when you're donuting in a Detroit theatre that's been turned into a multi-story car park. Everybody's been there.
Okay, in 3, 2.
All right. 118 is our goal here, so obviously we're not gonna win. Let's try to spin these tires a little bit. Dude, this is the easiest challenge of them. You literally just have to hold right. Oh, I didn't even see the fence there. Skirt. Dang, we are really getting it, boy. I would just like I've never just sat out and done burnouts like this. You know what I mean? Like maybe in the snow, but I've never had like a wide open asphalt parking lot like this. He's so much fun. We got it! Not quite enough.
125.2 to beat.
Yeah.
Doesn't make a lot of noise.
118.8 tiptoe boy.
2.7 litre capacity supercharger on it. It's
Yeah, but it doesn't make
well, they
any
didn't
noise.
build it for this. They built it for drag racing. They wouldn't let me
Well,
do that.
did they?
So,
Did they?
How do we know?
well, they did.
Before this sore point became even sorer, I sent James off to have a go.
Don't think he's ever done a donut
No.
in his life.
No.
We are about to witness James D. May losing his virginity.
Popping his donut cherry.
Here we go.
James May, are
See
you
what we
ready?
got.
Fire it up in 3.
Honestly, that would probably be me. I wouldn't really know what to do.
It took him a little while, but eventually he got the hang of it.
Talking about how that demon was made for drag racing. If you guys didn't know, 128, that's crazy. If you guys didn't know, they're with the red key, like the special key that completely unlocks all the horsepower. They're not even legal on the NHRA racetracks, on the drag strips. They're so fast. You need to have like a special roll cage installed and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's insane. Woo. Try to do a little drift tap on these corners if we can. Oh, that was a bit more than a drift tap, eh? Let's make sure we get back up to 128 here for the end.
What's my score?
Got it.
Why don't we just go? Come on, James, we've got to go.
Yep, moving on.
What was it?
Oh, I've wiped it.
No, you haven't.
It was 12.
Come on, what was... Why have I got this on my face? What was
It was
it?
128, so just 2.8 more than me.
So more.
Yes.
Hold that.
Why?
Please just hold that.
Oh, I hate the victory dance. I hate the victory dance.
Good, right, let's
How
move
much
on.
is your car? How much?
98, something like that.
£98,000.
Yes.
40,000.
Yeah, but mine's better, so it's more expensive.
40,000.
Faster and louder.
720 horsepower, £40,000.
Am I the only person here
It's
who
a pretty good
understands
deal.
muscle cars?
That's a ridiculous thing to say.
You asked for it. You asked for it.
You never got the burgers either.
No, you didn't. We shall pick that up later on.
You may remember in the very first show of the Grand Tour in the first season, I was blown away by McLaren P1.
Yeah, I do remember. You said it would be faster than the Porsche 918 and the Ferrari, And, no, wait a minute. It wasn't, was it? And as a result, the only thing that got blown away was your house.
Yes, that's undoubtedly true.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it remains to this day the most exciting, most brutal, most visceral car I've ever driven. And I didn't think it could ever be topped. But McLaren have given it a bash. And I thought, well, if they've built a car that can out P1 a P1, I'd better test it somewhere a bit less narrow and a bit less tree-lined and a bit less covered in deers and badgers than the Ebola-drome. So I took it to the fastest racetrack in Europe, which is, actually, anyone want to guess which it is? No, not Monza.
I don't know.
Not Spa.
Do you know?
What?
Do you know?
Thruxton.
Boys.
Thruxton is the fastest racetrack in Europe. So that's where I took the new McLaren.
Dude, I love McLarens.
Hello, fellow driving enthusiasts. James here. Owing to the unique way we make video games, we are sadly unable to have the McLaren Senna in this episode for now.
No!
Apologies for that. As a sort of consolation prize, we're going to go back and look at Hammond driving the equally fantastic McLaren 720S from Season 2. It's a cracker, apart from the Hammond bit.
Did you guys see the Senna that caught on fire? Salamandrian Senna? Literally caught on fire when he was driving it, burned to the ground.
It's been great to drive. It was never what you'd call beautiful. or even very exciting to look at. But its replacement, well, that's a different matter.
This is one of the most beautiful cars in the road
It's
right
called
now.
The 720S, and from any angle and in every detail,
I love it.
It's simply sensational.
I didn't like the headlights at first, but I love them now. They've grown on me so much.
Right down to the engine bay that glows red when you unlock the doors.
I didn't know that.
Yep, on the head turnometer, this thing definitely matches the Ferrari 488 and the Lamborghini Huracan. And then when we move on to the business of speed and power, it actually beats them.
It's time to drive it, baby. Here we go. Let's see what you got for me. Oh, she's so beautiful. Back at the Ebola-drome here. I'm not sure what Blunderdome is. What the heck is going on with the textures? We've got like a mirror in the grass over here. Woo! Come on, baby. Dude, I'm not sure what's happening.
0 to 60 takes just 2.8 seconds.
We're trying to get to a certain
Top
speed.
speed is 212 miles an hour.
We got it.
Both those numbers walloping the efforts of the Italians. Everything is bigger in this car. Even the price, £208,000. Oh wait, that's not a good point, is it? No, that's a... Yeah, never mind, whatever. The horsepower is, well, it's ridiculous is what it is. This 4-litre V8 with its twin turbos produces 710 of them. To put that into context, the actual mechanical engine in a McLaren P1 without all the hybrid battery boost produces just 17 horsepower more.
That's crazy.
Net result of that is staggering.
All right, back behind the wheel again. Looking for a lap time this time. Okay. Bro, what is going on with it? It's like they couldn't put the Sitta in here, and then they threw this this mission in here at the last minute, and they didn't even finish it.
Oh my God.
We're good. We're fine. 52-second lap time is our goal. Hopefully we're going to be able to make that happen. We hit the wall early, but we get this little chicane turn here. Nice, not too bad. Bro, what? I'm going to have a seizure. What is... The snow is turning black. Dude, the simulation is failing. Got that gold, baby. Good stuff.
However, although they've gone nuts with the styling and the engine, the 720 is still very much a McLaren. By that, I mean it's been made by the ultimate tech nerds from the kingdom of geeks. Let me put it this way. This is, like I say, the replacement for the McLaren 650S. And if you ask a McLaren technician, so how much of this car is new then? They will tell you 91%. Not nearly all of it, mate, or about 90%. 91%. James May applied for a job at McLaren, but they turned him down for being too slapdash. And this incredible geekery has paid dividends. For example, one of the reasons the 720 looks so pretty is because it's the only mid-engine supercar without massive gaping intakes behind the doors.
Oh.
Instead, McLaren
Good
created
point.
subtle channels along the bodywork to feed air into the engine bay. More nerd stuff. The old car, the 650...
I do like
carbon
big
fibre
vents,
tub
though.
that came up to here. On the 720, all of this, all of that down the centre, everything is carbon fibre. That means these carbon windscreen pillars can be very thin, which makes it easier to see out, and it's light. Overall, they've lost about 18 kilograms up here. That means the centre of gravity is lower, which is good. God, it's the grip is staggering. It feels like a four-wheel drive. But if you do want things to get a little more nary, simply dive into the computers and activate variable drift control. It lets you select the angle of dangle through your drift by varying the amount of traction control. I think we'll go for all of it. Lots of drift available.
Really? Okay. So we're going to be going for drifts here. 800 meters total. Dude, that's insane that you can select how much drift you want to have. That's honestly a bit ridiculous, but I like it. I like ridiculous, dude. Woo. All right, we're at 452 total here. Got a little bit sketchy on that corner back there. Kind of started it a little bit too early, but we're fine. This is going to be a big section through here.
Keep going.
Woo. Up to 700. We got 2 corners left. 769. Yeah, we should be fine here.
Are you ready?
Got it.
And when you finished your slide test,
That's sick.
you can switch back to comfort mode and settle down for a relaxing cruise.
That's the thing that stands out about this car. It's everything in one. You want speed, you get speed. You want comfort, you get comfort. You want to lose tire rubber, help yourself. You want boot space, there's plenty.
But the thing I keep coming back to is those looks. Because at last, McLaren's technical perfection has been clothed in a way that does justice to the fizzing brilliance underneath.
Dude, this is making me want to go car shopping. It's a bit out of my price range, but
Actually, no, I'll go further. I'm in love. This is utterly brilliant.
We must now get back to our film.
yes.
Earlier on, we decided that Detroit should be a big sort of petrol head theme park. So we went over there with 3 tuned muscle cars.
Yep, and so far we've staged a drag race, done some donuts, and Jeremy has driven over some vegetables.
And then the next day, we decided that what Detroit really needs is a racetrack.
Yeah, even though
Time to build a
has-
GP track. Let's do it.
We wanted something more earthy. So we headed for the city centre. Having returned to the rundown suburbs, we eventually found the perfect place to build a racetrack. Cadillac's old Connor Avenue factory.
So we are going to be building a GP track in here.
For over 60 years, they stamped out the body panels here for icons like the Eldorado, the Fleetwood, and the Coupe de Ville.
That's so sad,
If it were
dude.
up to James, this creaking monument to the Motor City's decline would be turned into a shrubbery. But it wasn't up to James. So it would become a Monte Carlo-style tunnel feature on our Detroit-themed racetrack. Because building the track involved heavy machinery and manual labor, Hammond insisted on doing everything himself.
That is going to be a fast corner.
Despite this, though, he soon had everything ready. Because the track had been built by the world's most accident-prone driver, we thought it best that the God-fearing exorcist should christen it.
Here we go. All right, practice lap. 38 seconds is the goal. Oh, okay. 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 All right. Well, this is pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie. We're going back right, dude. It is very sticky up in here. All this mud and stuff. We're fine. We're fine. We're gonna have to learn this track before we can give it a good run. You know what I mean? We still got a goal, just
James
barely.
couldn't wait to give Hammond some constructive feedback.
It's awful.
I just want to say, Hammond, you witless dishcloth. That is the worst racetrack I've ever been round. It's slippery, it's full of holes, it's full of obstacles for you to crash into, it's narrow.
It's challenging, is it? Technical.
It's not challenging, it's only about that much bigger than the car, and it's made of butter. And it appears to be full of asbestos waste.
Oh, it is full of asbestos.
Yeah, I'm sorry
Oh,
about
well,
that.
thank you.
Sorry, yeah, close your window.
All of us then set about our practice laps on Hammond's death trap. However, these were just unofficial practice laps. Now it was time for the one-shot winner-takes-all.
Okay.
Real thing.
3, 2, 1, begin!
I don't know that I'm ready, boys, but we're gonna try. 34 seconds. What do we have before? 38?
Hey. Oh,
Dude, this is just rough. We gotta memorize it, that's the problem.
no.
Will hitting the walls and stuff add to our time? I don't think we have penalties rolling. So at least we got that going for us. Walls are pedestrians. We'll take it, baby.
Moved myself.
Funny noise.
However, the trouser accident had clearly been worth it.
I'm happy with that, and I haven't hit any famous musicians or bits of old car factory.
I mean, I hit a few,
It
but
was the turn
We'll
of
pretend that
Corporal Crash.
didn't happen. Corporal Crash.
Where's the fire?
Feel so bad for him.
Ambulance's over there. The ambulance is
Oh, we're all comedians today.
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Remember, if you lose to James May,
It's more humiliating. It's worse than death.
in 3, 2, 1.
It's time for the demon, baby. 35 seconds is the goal. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna do my best, man. Let's see what we can do.
Oh, for God's sake.
At least we kind of know the track a little bit.
My own car doesn't fit around my own racetrack. What have I done? Gotta keep the pressure on.
Come on, baby. Now the good news is we have till 136 to beat it if we don't beat it right away, but I'm hoping to beat it on the first lap every time. Woo, we got it, baby.
That felt good. It felt like a quick one.
I don't know how to put this to you, but
No.
0.4 of a second slower than James May.
This is what death feels like.
Yep, okay, get out of the demon. We've done the demon and the exorcist. It's time for the blue nun.
Blue nut.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can beat them both, boys.
Pointless waste of time. We've established the Mustang is the fastest by an enormous margin. But I'll go and do it, I suppose.
Here we go.
Jeremy Smug in My Little Pony.
Let's see if
Are
we
you
can
ready? And
one lap it 3 times in a row.
2, 1.
We're off. Another 35-second goal. Looking good so far.
Keep your foot in it, man.
Woo! Yes, sir. That was our best start yet. We got the left and then the hard right. Oh no. Not our best through there, but we're gonna be okay. We still got this. We got a sweeping right, left, and then right to the finish. We got it.
You're running.
I know, but you'll see. Got to get down to this corner before he gets back. Help me tip this over.
What is it?
It's organic palm oil, very slippery. It's the revenge of the urban farmer.
No way,
The
dude.
blind bend. There is Stevie Wonder.
You do know it's palm oil that's ruining life for the world's orangutans.
Only this one.
Come on, come on. Short shifting into third.
And on that terrible disappointment,
For him.
it's back to the tent.
That could have been dangerous. I wonder if that was scripted or if that's real.
You
We'll have to watch to find out.
I
I thought it had been you.
Oh, no.
You ruined my lap.
You said Detroit had to be a playground, and that's what I was doing. I was playing.
Listen, can my practice time stand? Because that was still the quickest.
That's not how it works. You can't just say that because you were the quickest in qualifying, you would have won the race if you hadn't crashed.
Well, I can say it.
Well, you can say it. I could say I'm the captain of the English cricket team. I wouldn't be any good at it.
Well, moving on.
I knew where he was going with that. Anyway, look, in part one of that film, we said that we would have a race between the Demon and the Exorcist, a drag race, yeah? And then it never happened. Except it did.
Yeah. You see, Dodge said we couldn't drag race it on the street, but they didn't say anything about airfields. So after we'd finished at our track, we found one of those.
Now, I bowed out of this like I said I would, because the Mustang in the drag racing environment's never going to win. And it became a two-horse race between Sir Crash-A-Lot and the Onanist, okay? But we have a problem. See, we only have time left in the show, realistically, for one more thing. We've got the guest segment. And this week, I should tell you, it's between Howard from the Halifax advert and Adrian Childs to find the fastest person you don't really hear from much anymore. We'll have a vote, I think. Who here would like to see the celebrity segment?
I don't know about that.
One over there.
That ain't it, Chief.
And who'd like to see the drag race?
Does that mean they're not coming on then?
Very much so. Very much so, James. So here it is then, the race between good and evil.
Dude, this would be fun.
Here we go, viewers.
Just flat out.
Either salvation or a world plunged
Who you guys got? I'm gonna.
darkness.
I think the Camaro's gonna take it. The Demon's a beast, but the Camaro has 1,000 horsepower, bro.
Okay, this is it. The race between good and evil. Are we ready, gentlemen? We ready?
No.
Go. What's happening?
I've got a couple of things to do before we start.
You think you can't just drag race this now?
Well, you've got to do it properly. This is a proper drag racing car.
What is he doing?
This is what you get when you buy a Demon. Costs you an extra $1 and you get this crate.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's like a picnic hamper for men. Then, underneath and to either side, I've got boxes with a new ECU. I've got everything I need.
ECU?
Yeah.
What?
Look at that.
He's got this enormous crate and some bags and tins full of...
This is you get. I didn't know that.
Savers and...
Space Saver wheels.
Hang on.
Dude, that's cool. How do you get that to your house, though? Obviously,
Right,
you can't
so that's it. Good.
Yep, now I've got to do the ECU.
carry it in your Demon.
Here, I believe. I have to take that out, I think.
He's now got a different ECU, just telling the engines to be powerful.
Right. Why didn't they just put that one in from the start?
So this all goes back in here with my new switch gear in.
It's an hour and 7 minutes.
Actually, you're right, it is. It's over an hour now. It's hot.
There we go.
Finally, the rebuild of the Demon was complete. And it was time for the drivers to warm their tires. In 3, 2, 1, burn out!
Here we go, baby. Just gonna keep it right in here. Right in the green zone.
Right, your tires are warm. Are you now ready?
What?
Are you ready to come to the start line?
No,
What do you mean, no?
that was just a celebratory burnout.
Oh, geez, he's got out.
I've done all the building work, now I've got to set the car up. I've got to get in the right modes. There's stuff to do, mate.
Oh, I've had enough. I'm sorry, I've had enough. Bye.
We're never going to do this.
So I need to go into drag. Drag mode activating. Excellent. Drag transmission, drag traction, power. So power needs to go up to 840. We are now in high octane.
I've never known anything like it.
With our starter on his way back to London, the traffic lights were brought in, and finally, we were ready to go.
Here we go, boys. Like I said,
I'm going to bust your ass, evil boy.
I think the Exorcist has got it.
What are you going to do with it now? Because I've seen the film and I wouldn't do it.
Those tires are hot and sticky. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Actually, I guess the demon's gonna get it. Shutting it down to the demon, man. The thing's a beast. You got him.
Evil wins. Evil wins.
I do like the demons. I'm not upset by it. I just thought with the extra horsepower, the Camaro might edge it out.
Victory for the demon. Thank you.
Yes,
Because I won.
you won.
Because
you did
I won.
win.
Yes,
Well
I
done.
did. You noticed that?
Yes, I noticed
that I
you.
won.
Yes.
At the end of the race, if you saw, my car was in front of your car, which means I won.
Can I just point out that first you had to spend half a day rebuilding half your car, and then you had to run it on fuel that you can't buy from a normal petrol station.
No, wait a minute. Your excrement runs on that clever fuel all the time.
I was sort of banking on you not knowing that.
Yes, well, I do know it.
Gentlemen, I think we have to agree that the Mustang is the only car here that ticks all the muscle car boxes. It's cheap, it's powerful, it runs on fuel you can buy, and you can have it with the steering wheel on the correct side.
You don't get it, do you? You just don't get it. A muscle car is supposed to have 1,000 horsepower, be undrivable, and have a stupid name.
It's called Ready to Rock. That is a stupid name.
It is a stupid name.
Not only are you the fiscal brain of this operation, you're also the resident muscle car enthusiast, yes? So, and I know the answer to this because you told me on the plane on the way home, of the 3 cars, which would you actually buy?
Buy.
Buy.
With my own money.
Yes.
Buy.
Yes.
Myself.
Yes.
It's the Mustang.
There you go, the Mustang. And so on that terrible disappointment for you,
Snowflakes.
it's time to end. Now, next week, it is a Grand Tour special where we attempt to become the first ever television show in the history of television to go to Colombia and not use the C word. See you then. Goodbye.
All right, guys. Well, there you have it. That is the end of season 3 here. We absolutely slayed it, and I had fun, man. I really did. So let me know what you guys think. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed. Whenever season 4 comes out, we'll be sure to play it. I'm assuming it's going to be like a month or 2 from now. But anyway, I'll catch you guys later. Subscribe if you haven't already. Peace out.